Over the last decade, I've heard this question so many times. Why use a landing page for paid campaigns? So in this video, we will cover 7 reasons why you should use landing pages for your paid campaigns. And if you stick around to the end of this video, there's a downloadable checklist that you can use to build your next landing page. A landing page is a standalone page designed for a specific campaign. Landing pages have a call to action that is very specific to the goal of your campaign. Landing pages are not home pages, and I have a video that you can watch to first understand the differences between the home page and a landing page. But now let's look at the 7 reasons why you should use landing pages for your PPC. Landing pages offer a great user experience. There are a lot of factors that work together to build a great user experience. Elements include things like page speed. According to Unbounce, 70% of people admit page speed impacts their willingness to buy. If your landing page loads slow, stop everything and fix it. Use tools like Google Page Insights to find out root cause issues and aim to fix them. Relevance. When building landing pages for paid campaigns, one of the first things to consider is whether your messaging aligns with your paid ad. After all, when your visitors land on a page that no way matches the ad they click on, how long do you think they will stay? Most often, they will just bounce back and hit the back button in their browser. The solution? Message matching. In other words, adding search keywords in relevant moments on your landing pages, and ideally, you match the heading of the ad copy with the heading of the landing page. For PPC marketers, that means aligning your ad copy and the copy above the fold on your paid landing page. It would help to make it as easy as possible for potential visitors to know that they are in the right place. Otherwise, they're much more likely to bounce. Let's try it out in the real world. So if I'm planning to launch and start up and want to first build an MVP, I could be searching for a tech company who can help me out building my MVP. So I could go to Google and type in the keyword MVP development. Notice these 2 search results will show up. The first one is from AirDevAd that links back to the home page, and as expected, the home page is generic and not really focused on MVP development. At this stage, I'm left to my own decision of figuring out how to navigate to the MVP page. But let's check this other example from Altros Labs, where they're actually sending paid traffic to a dedicated landing page that focuses on startup growth and the overall MVP development. As a user, I don't have to spend too much time figuring out how to navigate this page, as most of the information is presented to me, which is relevant to my original intent. Minimize distractions. With landing pages, you can make changes that minimize distractions and keep the user interacting with your landing page. For example, you can remove your main menu from your landing page so that the user focuses on the content and the conversion point you're offering. You also don't want to have too many buttons or links leading away from your landing page, unless you're sending them to another relevant landing page that offers more content and a similar conversion point. Here is an example from Door3, where there is no distraction on the landing page like navigation, external or third-party links. You can match your personas with your landing pages. When writing content and deciding on imagery, ensure you have 2 or 3 personas defined so that the language and tone of voice matches your target customer. I would strongly recommend not to use one landing page which targets every single audience. For example, if you're creating a PPC campaign to drive new leads for your CRM software, there will be visitors who already use CRM and have good knowledge and understanding of how a CRM works and its terminology like leads, deals, pipelines, lead scoring, etc. However, there could be new businesses who know they want a CRM for their business but have no understanding of any technical jargon. We can easily break these audiences into 2 personas and split various features, messaging, benefits, etc. to match their profile. Next time when you run a PPC campaign, just think, are you using a one-size-fits-all approach or in fact niching down to match your target audience? Let's compare these two examples from Bequest. For the life insurance product, Bequest want to target first-time home buyers persona and also target the persona new parents. Now, when we check out the landing page, the copy, imagery, and the style matches the buyer persona, creating relevance and trust. When running paid campaigns, we usually target high-intent keywords like buy life insurance, car finance quote, or software development consulting. All these keywords are high intent, which means the prospect is looking to either buy or trying to find a solution to their problem. As a marketer, you should capitalize on these queries and have relevant landing pages which push prospects to take an action. I recommend not using your typical website as landing pages, as they're aimed at audiences with varying levels of intent. With the user's attention span being so short, you have to take your chance to convert PPC traffic to a landing page very quickly before they leave. Recently, I worked with a client to create comparison landing pages. These are intended for prospects who were considering the SaaS product and comparing the app with one of their competitors. And I'm sure you must have come across these pages as well. Here's an example from Zoho CRM. We're taking on Salesforce for the keywords Zoho versus Salesforce. Hosting landing pages on a separate infrastructure. Although this may not sound like an immediate benefit, but I assure you, having a separate reliable infrastructure for managing landing pages is a must. If you're running ads and spending money on every click, you want to ensure those clicks really drive traffic to a website which exists. Unfortunately, with a CMS system like WordPress, your website could be offline because of one of the many reasons, which could in turn not just cause you panic but also money and leads. Hence, I recommend investing in a landing page builder tool like Unbounce, which actually hosts the page for you and you can rely on the infrastructure. Here's the biggest reason I recommend landing pages for PPC campaigns. A/B tests. You can run various A/B tests with landing pages, and the insights you will collect will improve your marketing channel, lead quality, and overall conversion rates. For example, a landing page can help identify the most efficient channel for generating leads. The insights generated by a landing page can also help determine the right message or call to action that will increase conversions, increase quality score, resulting in a low cost per lead. You could also test hypotheses like, should I ask for user's phone number or just name an email? You can run an A/B test on your landing page to determine if adding a field for your phone number increases or decreases your conversions. In conclusion, landing pages are an invaluable part of a PPC campaign and will not only help improve paid campaign performance, but will directly impact the bottom line of your business. Landing pages are designed for visitors who are interested in product or service. They provide limited information so that visitors are not overwhelmed by unnecessary details. When you use a landing page, you can track conversions. A conversion could be that one desired action you want your users to take. For example, a form fill or a click through to the next page or signing up for a free trial. At least one trackable point of conversion to ensure you are measuring the performance of your page. After you define your primary conversion, you can then track other metrics like secondary conversion rates. For example, video views, click on a button, page scroll rate, time on page. Using tools like Google Analytics, Hotjar, or Crazy Ag, you can measure these various data points and come up with hypotheses to test. Landing pages improve search campaigns. When running Google Ads, you will come across a system Google uses to grade your ads, better known as quality score. Quality score is an aggregate of different factors. These are your ad click-through rate, the relevance of each keyword to its ad group, landing page quality and relevance, the relevance of your ad text. One of the important factors in this score is the landing page score. The higher the landing page score, the better your quality score, which means the lower your cost per click, which in simple business means you will spend less money and rank higher than your competitors. By utilizing dedicated landing pages for your paid advertising campaigns allows you to track how your paid traffic is performing with your landing page. This will allow you to continuously analyze what works or what doesn't work. Check out my other video on A/B testing linked here in the pop-up. So here's my recommendation. Create dedicated landing pages for all of your paid campaigns so you can easily track, optimize, and increase the ROI from your ad spend. All right, guys, there you have it. 7 reasons why you should use landing pages for your paid campaigns. Please like this video if you found it helpful. I put some links to resources I discussed in this video, and make sure to download your free landing page checklist from the link below. Take care.